What's up, everybody? I'm Jack.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are here to help get you ready for the Tomorrowland pre-sale that's happening in just a little bit. Tomorrowland is one of the biggest dance music festivals in the world, and it's super popular, which means it's super hard to get tickets. Last year, 2.5 million people pre-registered to get tickets. Now, Tomorrowland happens over the course of 2 weekends, and there's about 200,000 people a weekend, which is a total of 400,000 attendees that get to go out of 2.5 million that would like to get tickets.
That means less than 20% of the people who pre-registered to be invited to purchase a ticket were able to actually acquire a ticket.
That's why it's so important to be ready for the pre-sale when it happens. We're here to give you the tips that we learned last year while we were getting ready for our Tomorrowland experience that will help you navigate the pre-sale this year, and hopefully you can score some tickets to Tomorrowland 2025.
So the first thing you're going to want to do is create a Tomorrowland account. So if you go to tomorrowland.com and you click pre-register, it's first going to direct you to sign in. You'll need to create an account there and then sign in. Once you do, it's going to show you all of the options that are available for the pre-sale.
Once you've created your account, it's time to start simulating your packages. Simulating your packages is important because it is going to look exactly like this on the day of the pre-sale. The first thing you're going to choose is your mode of transportation. You can choose between flights, trains, or buses. Each one of those options is going to have different departure cities that you can start from.
At that time, you are also choosing your time of departure and your time of return. And within those options, they're going to show you all of the different times and whether or not, for example, under the train package, it's going to tell you what time the train is leaving and whether or not it's a party train or not. So be sure to look carefully at those options when you are selecting them, because you don't want to end up with a really early train out like we did, where we had to leave the festival at 3 in the morning. Next, you're going to choose your accommodation. So you're going to decide whether you want to stay in a hotel or you want to go to Dreamville. And within Dreamville, there are 15 different options of camping. And so it's very important to look through all those options, select which one you're comfortable staying in, what your price point is, because on the day of the sale, these accommodations sell out fast. So you need to know what your top choices are, your first, second, third. We picked all the way up to our 10th option, and even then, those 10 things had gone, and we ended up adding a few more options last minute just so we could get festival passes. So it's really important that you sign onto the website, look at all the different options within Dreamville. Of course, pick out what your dream would be, what your top pick would be, but also what level you're willing to go with.
So when you look at accommodations, make sure you read all the details because they're going to have different options. You said magnificent greens, you're going to be bringing everything that you need. All of your camping gear, your tent, your sleeping bags, everything. All the way up to en-suites, which is like a little tiny hotel room that has a bathroom and a shower. There are options for everything in between. Some have electricity, some are built on hardwood floors, some tents are pitched on the ground. All of these options are great. It just depends on what you are looking for and what comfort level you're looking to have. But don't be discouraged if the option you are looking for is sold out. You don't have to choose Global Journey to go to Tomorrowland. If you want to try to plan your own hotel and your own travel, you can do that. But in order to do that, you have to wait to the worldwide pre-sale, which is the last pre-sale to try to get tickets. Now, tickets in the worldwide pre-sale are very hard to come by. So you are taking a risk if you wait until that time to try to get your tickets. There are some third-party sellers that you can get tickets from, but we've heard stories from people that have had bad experiences with those. So it's not something that we recommend.
So now we want to tell you a little bit about our experience in the pre-sale, just so you get an idea of what it was like from a firsthand experience. So we both have our own separate Tomorrowland accounts. We sat down with separate computers and we both logged in on the day of the sale.
Now, once you log in, they randomly put you in line. It doesn't matter at what point you logged in, you are randomly placed in a position in line. You don't know when that time is going to come up, so you basically just sit there and stare at your computer screen until you get access to the pre-sale site. Now, there are going to be times where it freezes up and it looks like the website is crashing. Just hold the course, stay there, remain. There are so many people getting on the website and so many people getting in that those things happen. But if you just keep going and keep waiting, you eventually will make your way into the pre-sale site.
It actually took us over 4 hours to finally get in from the time we sat down at the computers and clicked enter the shop till we were actually in there getting to click through our train package we wanted, the Dreamville selection we wanted. So it was quite the experience the day of the Global Journey sale.
Now, if you have two people that are going and you have separate Tomorrowland accounts, it's good to have them both together and maybe be at the same place. So for us, we made it into the actual shop, I believe about 10 to 15 minutes apart. So many things were already gone. The list that we made kind of completely went out the window because everything was already booked up. Different train times were gone. So it really is a high stress kind of situation where you're looking. But we had the option I was able to put certain things in my cart and she was able to put certain things in her cart. Because if you put something in your cart and you want to back out and look at something else, that may not be available when you go back. That is how fast things happen, and that is why it is so important to simulate your packages over and over again.
And on the day of the sale, it's gonna look just like it did on the simulate package. So when we clicked in, the website looked exactly the same as when we had simulated the packages. We were able to click in the exact same spots. We knew exactly what to go, what to do, and so it did make it a little bit easier in that aspect. But like you said, a lot of the options were sold out, and so we were quickly scrambling and deciding which of the options that were left were suitable for our needs.
And just again, we've already said it, but as a tip, simulate your packages over and over again because it does look exactly the same. It is just like the simulate packages. You're going to choose things in the same order. They're going to look exactly the same, except it is then going to take you to an option where you can put in your financial information and actually make that purchase. I believe you get 8 to 10 minutes max. And while that may seem like a long time, when you're really trying to decide what you want to do, whether or not this level, this accommodation is right for you, it can go quickly and it really can be a stressful situation. It was, like you said, around 4 hours that we spent getting our tickets. But at the end of the day, we walked away with tickets. We had an amazing time, and I know that you will as well.
So just a quick recap to increase your chances of getting Tomorrowland tickets. First, create a Tomorrowland account. Next, make sure you simulate your packages and make a list of which options you would be willing to purchase. Also, make sure on the day of the sale you allot plenty of time to be sitting at your computer because you never know how long it's going to take to get into that sale.
And be patient because you're going to need it. But if you're lucky enough to score tickets, it's going to be the experience of a lifetime.